Hello, my fellow traders, and welcome back to the second part of my Friday trades. This trade recap is more about chatroom influence and how this can be very bad for you, but also how chat rooms in general can be a very, very good help. It can work as a scanner because if you get right into it. Basically, chat rooms is like a big scanner that looks for very very different place. Um, it's a room of many people, up to, I don't know how big of your chat rooms are, but mine is initially around 400 to 1,000 people. And what's good about the chat rooms, as I said, you can get alerted by people shouting out like, okay, MYSZ is spiking, or CNET is crashing, or whatever, anything, any stock making any significant move that might be interesting for more traders. So that's the good part about a chat room. And the negative part, or the negative parts that chat rooms can have on new traders, such as I, or traders without a good self-discipline or emotional discipline, you could say, is when they shout out like MISC, to 2,000 shares at this level, and it's a trader that you respect and that you're well aware of is making good money. You might be getting hit by FOMO, the fear of missing out, and so you might end up taking a trade that you necessarily wouldn't do if you looked at it with clear eyes. And this is exactly what I did with MYSZ. This is a 5-minute candle chart. I should give you 1 minute to show you my exact entries, or exact, I don't know if there are, but somewhat. So I got alerted in the chat room by one of the gurus, or one of the mentors, saying, okay, I entered here, I think it can hold. And I'm like, okay. And as you seen in the previous video, I just ended my TUM trade, which was a very slow trade, but still profitable, and was my original plan. So this is the candle with the circle around it, as this intraday is. So it was somewhat of a first green day, but it still wasn't my pattern. I didn't see any significant play opportunity in this. Sure, it was above the resistance of these tops, but I didn't see a good play. So what I should have done is just stick out to it or not play it, since it wasn't my pattern and it wasn't my original plan. I didn't plan to make this trade at all. I just followed blindly. But the good thing about this trade is that I recognized this and I exit, and I did exit very fast. What made me recognize this was, first off, I recognized my emotional weakness, and my weakness of FOMO, and the weakness that I have of being bored, because this is eventually what happens. You get bored and you start looking for a place. You can study instead, but sometimes you're gonna get bored and you're gonna mess up. So it's a very good lesson to control your feelings, and when you're bored, either one, leave the computer, or shut down your trading software and focus on studying. And shut down the chat room, especially if you feel that you're done for the day. But what made me what secondly made me recognize that this is a bad trade is that it's about to hit a former top, and I've learned that the high of day breakouts isn't that great of a deal, at least on listed stocks. There's not so much of upward momentum, and I've been burned so many times with double tops. And this is the good thing about having many time frames as you trade, because it's much more clear that this could be a potential double top. So I didn't want to trade in anticipation of this might be a double top. So I simply got out. I'm like, okay, this is not my setup. I didn't plan this. Get your shit together. Take this loss and keep on moving. Get to your studies, shut down your software, make another great trade tomorrow, or make new plans, or study. So that's my trading recap. Basically, chat rooms are good for many things, as trading, trading scans, or many eyes on the market. But it's also a curse if you're not aware of your emotional weaknesses, or if you're getting bored and cannot stay out of other people trading plans. So that's all. Thank you for watching. Hopefully someone will watch this in the future.